Creepy, crawly caterpillars. That's what the wild thing has for us. These fuzzy crawlers may look cute, but don't be fooled. The hair on these cousin it-looking bugs, they're venomous.
That's what it is. We've been trying to figure it out. They thrive between Halloween and Thanksgiving. So here to tell us more about how painful these caterpillars can be is Texas A&M AgriLife Program Specialist Molly Keck. Molly, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We have a lot of questions. But, you know, I feel like if you generally pick up a caterpillar, you generally think like, oh, they're sweet and pretty. But is there a reason that these particular types of caterpillars come out more during this period of time as opposed to a summer season?
Well, it really just depends on the year, but some years we do see them in the spring and the summer. It just tends to be around our central Texas area. Their brood that hatches, their third brood that hatches is usually the most populous in that kind of Halloween to Thanksgiving time frame.
So what makes these things so painful if someone were to touch them? Are they like a porcupine with all that hair or what?
They actually have little spines on the underside of their body, little venom spines. And so if they land on you or you pick it up, or kids do this all the time, they think they're furry and cute and they want to touch them, then that venom reacts with your skin and is incredibly painful.
I am one of those people that likes to pick up a caterpillar. But these don't look like the caterpillars that we typically see in this part of the country. So when they change into their adult form of a moth, are they just as dangerous as when they are, in fact, caterpillars?
They're not. They don't have any venom spines when they're adults, just when they're caterpillars. And they're actually, as they grow as a caterpillar, the older they are, the larger the caterpillar is, the more venomous they are because the more venom they have. But as the adults, they just look like also very fuzzy, odd-looking moths that you really rarely see. Even when we have outbreak years, when there are a lot of those pus caterpillars, you rarely see the adults flying around after they've come out of that cocoon.
So what's up with the hair? I was telling Marissa as we were going to commercial, it almost looks like a toupee or something. Like they look like a bushy old man's eyebrow. What's going on with the hair on those caterpillars? Look at that thing.
It does, and I describe them exactly like you did. I always say they look like a cousin it, like they comb their hair backwards. They're kind of blonde in color, but it's a form of aposematism. It's a way to tell their predators, don't bite me, don't eat me, I'm gonna hurt you in some way. And I generally tell people, if you find any caterpillar, and there are many that have tufts of hair and hairs on their body that just look different than these guys do, but any caterpillar that has that hairy body to it, don't pick it up, don't touch it, because it either might be venomous or those hairs can break off. They can be really irritating, and you never know how you're going to react to them.